What the heck did I just watch? End of Evangelion is, I'm guessing, meant to be a remake of the original ending to Neon Genesis Evangelion, with a bigger budget and more creativity, allowing for an epic conclusion to a wonderful anime series. The first part deals with the downfall of NERV, the organisation made to destroy beings known as angels using biomechanical monsters known as Evangelions. The 3 pilots are they're all still messed up. That opening hospital scene in particular is quite appalling, and now a bizarre process is happening, as seen in the second part, in which humanity is put into the hands of pilot Shinji Ikari. It's good to give a refresher on the setup that this movie is concluding, as it really does dive into the deep end of this world, with no prior exposition, thank goodness, as to what the heck is happening. That said, it's probably more fun to be a newbie watching this as their first ever Evangelion experience, as it just increases the amount of shock and awe via utter confusion. The movie deviates from what the series was all about, and that is relationships. There are some hints of characters interacting with others in their own unique way, but it's secondary to the heavy action and religious themes. It only goes to show how helpful the series was in being 26 episodes long, as we really got to know the characters. Here, we don't know them so well anymore, as they are really merely just pawns in a crazy 90-minute ending. It's unfortunate that this happens, as the emotional weight now depends on individuals rather than on their interactions with others, but the decision makes sense, as of course the end of humanity is going to have some degree of violence and pain, which is inevitably going to be the focus. The religious symbolism is no longer subtle too. We are bashed over the head with an unbelievable amount of crosses during the imaginative and well executed end of humanity sequence. I have no idea what was happening, but at least I wasn't bored by it. In comparison to the original ending, this one makes a little more sense and is awesome to witness, although it still draws on the self-actualization of Shinji Ikari through him discussing who he is from the perspective of others and from the perspective of himself. It's done more visually this time, and the context of the discussion is more clearer. The main complaint I have is that the alternative reality sequence is a lot more humorless than the one used in the series. There was me thinking it's gonna be, oh, they're gonna have an extended version of the original sequence, which I really liked, but instead we get treated to something much more serious and less weird. I suppose an extended comedy sequence would have distracted too much from the overall drama of the movie, but like I said in my review of the series, having the full-on comedy restricted poses a big missed opportunity to add a great entertaining element to a mostly moody atmosphere. The alternative reality sequence here is, don't get me wrong, it's just as strong and surprising. I guess my expectations were just too different in the end. Even if you're satisfied with the original ending, like I am, End of Evangelion still works as an all-out fantasy action movie. It has enough shooting, explosions, robots fighting, including a very badass scene from Pilot Asuka, and WTF moments to keep you amused. Personally, I don't see that much of a difference from the original ending, other than that this time it's grander in scale. Humanity still falls and the characters still question their humanity, but in the end I still hope that fans of Evangelion find this ending more satisfying, as the movie really was made to please them. Just don't hope for any humour. 3 stars out of 5.